I just realized I only did part A. I only did part A. I didn't do part B. So let's come on here and look at 14 part B. All right, what are we asked to find here in part B? They say we have a vector v, magnitude of 6, direction of minus x. What does that mean? Well, this is my positive x. This is my positive y. This is my negative x. So all it means is they're saying that I have a vector exactly on the x-axis right here. This is v, and it equals 6 kilometers. So I don't really have to do anything. I can't even draw a rectangle. This vector has no vertical component. It is only horizontal. So it's asking me to find the x and y components. Well, that's pretty easy. What's the x component? Well, the x component is the same. It's just 6, but not just 6. Because it's pointing to the left, this vector has a negative x component. So the x component is negative 6. What's the vertical component? Well, it's 0. There's nothing there. Okay, let's look at part C. All right, part C. What are they asking us? In this case, they're giving us a vector that is 41 degrees left of the negative y-axis. So let me draw my axes here, x and y. All right, so I'm 41 degrees left of the negative y-axis. So negative y, that's obviously, am I on the screen here? Ooh. Okay, better? Okay, negative y. But I'm to the left of that by how much again? By 41 degrees. So that means my vector is like this, 41 degrees. So let's talk for a second. When they're giving you degrees on the vector, you're always assuming the tail of the vector is right here at the origin point. And then, so this basically would be a vector. This is my vector tip over here, the tip of the pencil. Let's do this, and we'll go off the screen. How's that? So this is a vector of a certain magnitude at angle 0. This is that same vector at angle 90, angle 180, angle 270, and angle 360, or back to 0 again. Now what if they said you had an angle of negative 30? Well, then I would go the opposite way. Okay, so the vectors are always going to have their tail on the origin by definition, just because that's most convenient, right? I can have it over here somewhere, but it sure makes my math a lot easier if one end of it's at 0. So when they said to the left 41 degrees, it means starting here, rotate all the way around, but stop 41 degrees before the negative y-axis. Okay, so my vector looks like this. It's called A, and it equals 15 meters per second squared. And I'm supposed to find x and y components. All right, so x component is going to be right here. This is ax. Ay is right here. I'm not drawing it exactly on top of the axis again for neatness, so that's ay. So let me draw the triangle over here and make it a little bigger, easier to see. So basically we're dealing with a triangle that looks like this. This is A, and it equals 15. This is AY, and this is AX. What angle do I have? I'm dealing with this angle up here of 41 degrees. Okay? Now let's do our trigonometry again. Remember from what we had up here, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse and sine is opposite over hypotenuse, and you can rearrange a little bit to get your angle. So I'm going to go straight to the rearranged one. Assume you guys kind of have that by now. So I'm going to solve first of all for AX. Now AX is opposite my angle, so in this case obviously I'm using the sine. So AX will equal A sine of theta plug in the values. I have 15 sine of 41 equals, and we'll solve for that in a moment, AY. AY is adjacent to my angle, so it's going to be I just said adjacent. A cosine of theta. Substituting my values, I have 15 cosine of 41. Alright, let's plug those in and see what we get. 15 times sine of 41 equals 9.84. Now, AY is pointed down, so it needs to be negative. Don't forget that. That was AX. See, my own handwriting is so messy I can't read it. AX is pointed to the left, so okay, it still works. It's negative. Just checking to make sure you're paying attention. AY, let's solve for AY. 15 times cosine of 41 is 11.3. And it is pointed down, so it's going to be negative. Okay, now they told you to do this for 2 significant digits, so 2 significant digits, this would be minus 9.8, and this would be minus 11. Okay, that was part C. Is there a part D on this? There is not. Okay,